Today we're going to add an MFA provider to our website. First, we're going to log in to our WordPress using the admin account. Then we're going to go to plugins and add new one. Here we can find a generic OpenID plugin and install it. More details can look in more details. Once installed, we need to activate it, which will now show it up in our WordPress settings. So if we go to configure the plugin, here's a long configuration. It will take us a couple minutes. First, we need an MFA provider, which I have done a little bit earlier. And to do that, we first will need a redirect URI from the WordPress plugin, which can be found at the very bottom, which we're going to copy and save to use on our MFA provider's website. And then go to the MFA provider to get the client ID and the client secret. In this case, we're using Miracle Trust. So we're going to create a new app. We're going to call it Bob's Website 2. And we're going to insert the redirect URI that we got from the plugin. This will generate the client ID, which we'll save, and the client secret. And then I confirm that I've saved them. For now, we're going to turn off the mobile login options. And the logo URL is just the logo you can use for your website, which will show up on the login page, and press save. Now we can go back to the WordPress plugin configuration, and we can insert the client ID and the client secret we just got. And for OpenID scope, we will just use OpenID. For the endpoint URL, we can get from our OIDC MFA provider. So in this case, login endpoint, which is the authorized one. User info we don't need. Endpoint again we can get from the documentation. Sorry, wrong field. And session we can just leave blank for now. And set sub for identity key. Don't need to disable. Time is default is 5. Nickname key again we don't. We just put sub once again. Email first thing just leave blank. Display name formatting blank again. Stating we'll just use the default 180. Enable token refresh, and then for user management we're going to link existing users. So if someone logs in through this plugin, they'll be linked to existing accounts, or if they don't exist, we'll create new ones. And this will allow that upon login, the user will be brought back to wherever they clicked login at. Redirect to login screen when session expired. And that's it for now. Save changes. So now we can test it out and go to logout. And now we have the login with the OpenID. So we have no identity saved yet, so I'm going to register my email address. I'm going to register this browser, which will send a link to my email address. Website to registration, click here to register, and now I'm asked to choose my PIN. Enter it again, and I am in. So logged in as the admin. Just going to change a setting for the logout URL. Save again. Now if we log out, we are back to the normal plugin login page with the, if we want to make it a little bit, and for that we just change the login type to auto login and press save. This will take us straight to the American login page instead of the standard WordPress one. We should log out and we're straight on it, and we can log back in, and that's it.